guys, I'm back. Not much to do. Whoa. Game on? Well, guys, welcome to another episode of Cyrus and the Emulation Station. Today, we're going to be doing a review on Back to the Future the game. You probably know that already. So, let's dive right into it after I clean myself up a little bit. Okay, to start off, this is the worst menu I've seen in gaming history. It wouldn't be so bad, but the problem is, say you're playing from episode 2 to 3. You get so used to playing episode 2 that when you get back from school, for example, you're like, what the heck? That's just bogus. And to make matters even worse, you have to reset the game just to the next episode. What were they thinking? Well, this isn't off to a good start. But later on, Telltale did fix that problem with Minecraft Story Mode. But there shouldn't have been a problem to begin with. The controls in this game are actually really good. It's all fleshed out. I can play with a mouse or even my Joy-Cons, for example, and it works perfectly fine. You move money around with the D-pad or the joystick on your Wii, for example, and then the pointer is what you can select things with. So, that's pretty obvious. Now, in terms of story, this is actually pretty good. You start off at the Twin Pines Mall from the first Back to the Future movie, as you can obviously guess. But then it's something weird. It actually takes place in 1986. You're not playing through the first movie. You're playing a completely different story. So, Episode 1, you go back in time to save Doc after going to his house to find some evidence of where he is. Once you find Doc, he tells you to go find his younger self.
What are you doing
To convince
here?
Emmett, you have to tell him something about the Hamiltonian operator, which I have no idea what that actually means, but who cares. Once he's convinced, you have to solve this arson case that somebody blew up a speakeasy. That was one of the hints that was referenced earlier in the game. Turns out that Arthur McFly, George's father, is part of this whole operation. So, that's kind of cool, but kind of lame at the same time. You'll see why later.
If all goes according to plan, we'll soon be
Then eventually you actually get to the rocket part. Now this is actually really challenging. You just have to listen to what he's talking about and memorize it. It's always the same. So just heat up a little. So you feed this algae, you keep the level of the heat, and that's basically all you do. It'll take you a couple tries, just be patient with the game.
He knows the troubles I've seen.
After that, you move on to episode 2.
Do I?
There's a part in it where you're switching music notes to talk to a cop, which to me just so happens to be Jenny's granddad, which is ridiculous, but somewhat creative. The weird thing, And We Got Fun is in this. On the cover, the song looks real. What really doesn't make sense is Kid uses the roulette for a secret entry. Forgot to mention that Kid TANNE is actually the main villain in this game. Anyway, you're going through the whole music sheets. You're going to have to ask Edna for her song you heard earlier. I highly advise you not to ask her it. They purposely made it cringy as the song. But Trixie's singing it, it was made to be good. That's unfair, but it has its reasons. In Chapter 3, you got this stupid guitar battle. Now take my advice and always use the hints. The game will get you out of them. I used a guide, which I actually found this hard way enough. But when you talk to Biff, set the watch to X11.
Cool.
And look at the clock tower. Does anything seem off? It's Einstein! What really doesn't make sense is that dogs are banned, yet Einstein is the replacement gargoyle? I mean, it's a cool hint, but in terms of continuity, it just doesn't make any sense. Anyway, if you listen to Jennifer's voice, it's actually Claudia Wells from the first movie.
I'd give you 2.5.
Michael J. Fox had no part in this movie whatsoever.
You ready to
so
throw down?
That's kind of weird. Do you ever notice that Jennifer in the second two movies seems familiar? That's because she was Allie from the first Karate Kid. Fun fact for you.
You can knock on my door anytime.
Chapter 4 is just a continuation of Chapter 3. Then you get it back to the 1930s to stop Enough and Emmett getting into a relationship.
Oh, aren't you a vision? Like something that descended from
Once you break them up, you go on to Chapter 5 and go through the Old West for some reason. And this final battle is kind of epic, but kind of lame at the same time. It's good by all means, just a little bit weird. All in all, it's a really good game. In fact, I'd have to say it's the Back to the Future 4 we've been hoping for. So, well, I gotta have some errands to run, so I'm gonna get going. Come on, Giz. Huh? Hello, Cyrus. Hi. Who are you and how do you know me? I figured you'd recognize me. My name is Norman J. Lewis. Norman J. Lewis. I recognize that name. You're the guy that made all those crappy NES games, aren't you? Oh, come on. They can't possibly be all that bad. I mean, what could be better than LJN games? Well, anything than your crap. Oh, you have a Mogwai. Well, you may recognize this character. Got the glitch around. I thought I locked you in my trap. I thought I locked you in my satellite. Okay. It's been fun talking to you, Normie, but as you see, Gizmo and I, well, we gotta go. Goodbye. Well, I'm sure that we'll see each other again very soon. Man, does this guy know how to back off? There's no way to escape this guy. Wait a minute, I'm in a time machine. Giz, you want to go to the future? Alright then. Go get him! No! We made it, guys. Alright, guys. Yeah, that'll work. Let's go. I can't believe I got let him go. Wait, what the heck? It flies?